with you. Hello, Shapeless. Good evening. Du. Hello, I'm Alexia. Yeah, Snoopy's doing fine. Thank you for asking. One is fine. Du. Du, 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 du. We can do pick 3 logs, deconstruct items at the woodworking table, kill vampires, get Terra stones, and okay. So usually I would not do the Terra stones, but my character still has boxes. So, also. And I would like that we get more inventory space on him. Otherwise, usually I only open the White Mayman boxes when I really dislike the other endeavors. In this case, it was not necessary, but yeah, I don't like to occupy on my main character so many slots forever. But I don't want to open the boxes without any reason. Yeah, so we have to do it like that. Hello, Bellamy. I hope you all had a good day. What did you do today? Did you have a good time? Craft. Deconstruct 8 items, and then went to the park. Ah, nice. Did you have a nice walk with Bellamy too?
Another delivery? No, there's no problem.
I was swimming today and cycling. Cycling and swimming. Okay, ESO. Cycling, swimming, cycling. So like that. So, but yeah.
You need something?
Need something. Oh, inventory space. Reconstruct more. We need 4 more items. Didn't want to take a walk. Ah, okay, okay. I don't want to take. Ooh. Then a bit more our inventory.
Purchase necessities here.
You know that already. Bank. Awesome.
Only the finest merchandise.
And the now we can just. I guess we go. We could also do. And we don't have to travel so much. Hello, Saloon Wolf, how are you? Hello.
Finest merchandise around.
Then I don't know. Count. Ah, okay, good. I don't have to kill, I just have to use it. Also count on you? Oh, sorry. Oh dear. Okay, dann tata. Hallo DJ. Cats for life. Awesome name. How many cats do you have? Oh, good work. Awesome coins attack. Enjoy. You left early. Oh, then bon appetit. Enjoy. I hope it's something good. I wanted to take a look. Did we do the scouting mission? And the bounty I did. Then Oha. I see. The pact is not doing much. I thought maybe today it looks better. Doesn't. Oh, this one. Good. We take that. Then we have a maybe a little bit less to walk. I want to do the scouting quest. Actually, today we have not even one cat here. All else. But they're all good. Lots of mountains. I think we are getting lost. Don't follow the street. We have to go to Bruma for the... This true? Again. Yeah, doch. Bruma and then on top of it. Okay, I did not say anything wrong. I just thought I maybe looked not at the right spot, but I did. I was hoping that today the map looks a bit better for us, that we can just tell. We can also walk. Stay on the right track. Maybe there's a mountain. I think we can go really just... Boy. Then after that, I thought we... The companion quest from Azandar. I think he's called like that, oh? Booked. Back. New city, and then we don't have to walk. Just to remember. I want to join our guild. Okay. Before I forget it again. Lots of Telva stones. Test. Test, test. Test who? Yeah, you can write who. Hello, Fnerical, how are you doing? Hello.
I'd be happy to look after your goods.
I don't plan to go now in the city, but don't have to carry with us so many Telva stones, or how many? For me, that's a lot. For others, probably not. Tired, migraine. Oh, you got again migraine today? Oh, I'm so sorry, Alicira. Was it again because of sun? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Alicira. Yeah, recently you have it quite often, right? Is it because of stress? That you have so much at the moment going on? Because work is also occupying you a lot. Take Azandar out. Also, Probably I'm pretty stressed out lately, yeah. Yeah, then work and then private stuff, right? Family, etc. Hmm. That Wednesday all day. Oh, poo. Yeah. Takes another day to recover. Hmm. Wondering what I'm doing. I not accept. I promote people in our guild. See? All with icon are not yet members. Then you have to right click, say promote. Come on. Do that too quick, the game will kick you because of spamming. Do you want to know how often it happens to me? Always. I try to be slower. I try to do it just a little bit here, a little bit there, but then some point I'm like, click. And then the game is like, out with you! Go away! So, yeah. Already. But we're almost done. Tianlein the spam bot, yep. Also when you type too quick in the chat, they kick you also for that. Which happens to me too. And now not anymore because I rarely write something in game. But I have a habit of when I talk, I write to someone, doesn't matter if it's on, as in a game, in Discord, in WhatsApp or anywhere, I don't write long sentences together. Also I write something like, I don't know, hello, how are you? What are you doing? And then I click enter and enter and enter. That's so you write like this exactly. Yeah, I write like that. Maybe some 3 or 4 words, but something like that. Yes, because usually when someone writes to me and they write like a long story, I'm just sitting there and wait that I can read. You know what they want to tell me because I can see. For example, Quantitech is typing. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, what does Quantitech want to tell me? And then I'm just looking and then I wait. And I'm like, come on, give me a sentence. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why I, at some point many years ago, started to reply like in sentences, yeah, but not like a whole book. Just more like sentence by sentence, so you can read something by you wait. You know what I mean? so it's not so hard that you have to wait forever for a reply. You get something in advance, and you can have something to read and already think about. You know what I mean? So that's the reason. I know some people find it super annoying that I write like that, but I don't do it on purpose. It's not I think about it now and say I write like this now. It's just like a habit. Hello, Mireen. Yes, I've noticed this. Yeah, it's really if someone tells me they find it super annoying, I try to get better. Sometimes I forget about it again, to be honest. But that's not because I mean it's just habit, and because I like to get something to read while I wait and we talk. But that's just me. I know some people really like to write big blocks of story like a book. So I will never do that. Oh. Anchor out.
No, thief. This one.
Typing intensifies like that, yeah. Like that. Typing enter second scene. wants one present every day in December, then there are no left on the 24th. So, okay, we have to go to Auridon. Again to Auridon. Auridon is the city, huh? I guess. Auridon is the city of companions. But I usually don't get any gifts counter-attack, so that would not be wrong. So, no gift. Auridon. See, I worked with silicone. Do you say also silicone in English? Ah, good question. Oh,
Silicone. Silicone.
silicone. Yeah, like that.
Silicone.
Silicon.
What? Oh, this is Indonesia. Hey, I was looking for German. Okay, but it sounded the same almost. Oh, okay, wait, where's German? There, German.
Silikon.
You see? Silicone.
Silicone.
Silicone. I see, I'm Profi. So today I use silicone. Yeah. And I somehow managed to get it also on the arm and something like that. But and I got it removed later, but no, the skin did not like that at all. Oh. No, not happy. Not happy skin. Hallo Hexe, hallo Logan, hallo Mini-Hexe. I walked back into the room and just heard Tian and Google saying silicone repeatedly. Yeah, I was wondering if silicone is also silicone in English. So I had to listen to it and say silicone. So, yeah. So this was my morning, I don't know, morning job. I did like 2 hours of silicone on the tiles. So on the edges. Oh, here. Silicone, yeah. Yes, true. So should we take him out maybe? Oh, something for you. Oh, you're so sweet, going to attack. Did my 750 day Swedish learning training. When will you visit Sweden, Hexe? Is it on? Also, you should go and make a holiday there with Logan and Mini Hexe, or after studying so much.
Welcome to my sanctum sanctorum. I've been meaning to invite you over before now, but something always seemed to come up. Mind the books now. Some of them bite.
Good plan.
Well, I started with a simple question. How can we sew up the threads my experiment has frayed? That led me to a metaphor. What if we could create a sort of mystic spool we could attach to the key? Something to help in reweaving my fate line?
Want to modify the Fate Weaver key?
Spool is a terrible word. Let's not call it that. Perhaps a bobbin? Azandar's arcane bobbin? Ugh. We'll keep working on it. Peerless observation, though. Yes, we create a simple arcano-mystical focus we can use to anchor the threads of fate.
Alright. How do we make this bobbin?
Within loyal gubbins, my most recent atronach lies the nascent form of the bobbin. Just need to get it out of there. I've prepped an arcane stencil for you. Retrieve it from the rubbish bin and imbue it with magicka from the font, please.
Grab the stencil and imbue it with magicka. Got it.
I appreciate you taking on the legwork, cohort. Fashioning the stencil took some considerable effort. Think of this as an opportunity to walk in the well-heeled slippers of Azandar Alcibiades.
Why do you have a flesh atronach named Gubins?
Well, what name would you have given it? I briefly considered calling it Piffle, but Martina used to call magical instruments gubbins, and I was feeling sentimental.
I mean, why do you have a flesh atronach?
Oh, it acts as reliable help down here. The way things are with the Mages Guild, I try to keep entry and exit to a minimum. Besides, I don't want someone messing up my papers, or having them quit on short notice just because something exploded.
It seems incredibly specific.
Yes, well, I thought I could steward a new Arcanist, and it did not go well. They failed to have either the zeal or intellectual curiosity you do, cohort.
Hello, Cyrone. Who? East coast of Sweden, especially Halmstad, Varberg, and Göteborg. Lage of German staying in summer. Lunch was awful. Oh nein! What happened?
Spiffing! Just needs a little magicka to get going. Hold the stencil over the font just there, eh?
Soggy breaded fish sandwiches on cold buns. Wait, let me think. So, fish, is some kind of fish meat surrounded with breadcrumbs, so like schnitzel, right? And then fried probably, or like fish and chips in the UK, or like that, and then in buns and Fischbrötchen. Okay, fish bun. I get it. Okay. But it was soggy and okay. And fish is also okay. Then clam chowder. What is clam chowder? Is it like clam soup? Something like that? Yeah, oder?
Peerless! Now, point it at Gubbins and gesticulate vigorously. And down goes Gubbins. Rummage around in the goop, would you?
Gubbins scoop.
Ha! One arcane bobbin. Damn. Well, nothing for it. The name's stuck. Let's just get on with this. We've pierced the esoteric veil of reality and forged a tool of our own self-liberation. Who's an amateurish rune scratcher now, Tellinger? Ha!
One arcane bobbin. Here you go.
Exceptional! Now, to simply attach it to the Fate Weaver key. And there we are. Dear Martina's methods distilled down and improved by yours truly. Let's find a new round of Frayed Fates and put theory into practice.
Just like last time, right?
Just so. With the improved key as a focus, this scrying ritual should be even more effective. It was a stroke of luck I recognized Fathom's drift last time around. Let's away to my inner sanctum and scry. Onward and upward.
Oh, Stockholm is always amazing. I never was in Sweden yet. Hello, Indaril. Sounds like maybe Bellamy would have more liked it than you. Depends. So I can tell you my cats, also, they like fish, but so Momo, for example, does not eat everything. Also it can happen that you offer her, I don't know, chicken fillet, and she's like, "Phew, no, peasant, I don't eat this." Can happen. can be. And Snoopy is anyway is you know difficult. So yeah, nee. And if I think, as I can tell you, if I think I don't want to eat something, then my cats don't eat it. I don't get it either. So no, they get only the best stuff. So no crab for my cats. He only eats Snoopy's food, which is crab, but he only eats that. But other stuff, when I can decide, then like no, no, nee. While we are here, we maybe collect this survey map. Fish tasted so bad. Ooh, do you think it was spoiled already, Quickstar? Yeah, they often tend in this kind of fish, in this breaded fish thingies, they often tend to put low quality fish. Mm. Right. Smuggled out some peanut butter cups to clear out the taste. I hope it helps. I personally really don't like peanut butter. I know many people love it. I don't know. I never really started to enjoy it. But I know it's really popular. Really popular. You mean I never liked chicken fillet? So sometimes Momo eats it. It's not like she is always saying no. But you know, Muffin, for example, she eats like almost everything what you give to her. Almost, I would say. But Momo is there. Makes a difference what she eats and when. Also, we know when I have something, I don't know, let's say chicken, for example. Snoopy and Muffin will be always around. Merlin usually too, but he is waiting on the side, but he's looking. Momo ignores it. He rarely comes and demands something what you have. I always say she's little princess. Little princess, madame. We have to go. Ach so. I just walked away. We should have stayed. Ach so. Oh, sorry. I thought we have to go somewhere else. Hello, Anita. Your favorite ramen, Hexe? Favorite company? after days. Hello. Can we talk?
We've pierced the esoteric veil of reality and forged a tool of our own
Did I not do
self-liberation.
that earlier?
Who's an amateurish rune scratcher now, Tellinger? Ha! Exceptional! Now, to simply attach it to the Fate Weaver key. And there we are. Dear Martina's methods distilled down and improved by yours truly. Let's find a new round of Frayed Fates and put theory into practice. Just so. With the improved key as a focus, this scrying ritual...
I really missed it. I thought we have to travel somewhere else. I did not expect that we stay in his sanctum. Oh, my mistake. Then yeah. They were saying, what you don't have in your head, you have in your legs. So, you know, what you don't have in your brain, because you forgot about it, then you have to walk more. Or make some extra walks. Yeah. So... Good night, Fu. Thank you so much for joining. Balance sweet dreams. Have a good rest and a great start into a new week. How much do they cost, Quickstar?
Good. Now let's find where we're headed. With the bobbin, this should be as easy as a Mage's Guild theorem. Just as before, cohort. Activate the beacons.
There's almost $16 per pack. Sounds like Luxus. Luxus ramen, Quickstar. Fresh meat. Just delivered to you from Japan.
Somewhere in the Alakir Desert, it seems. Oh, I see. Kozen set. Scrying has provided us direction, focus. Even if I am unexcited about the prospect of returning to the Alakir Desert. I suppose I should have seen this coming at some point.
Why should you have known you'd be going to Alikir?
The scrying ritual highlighted the village of Kozenset in the hinterlands of the Alakir Desert. It, this is somewhat embarrassing. That tiny hamlet is my hometown, where the impressive arcanist before you got his humble start.
Why is it embarrassing?
Well, I introduce myself as Azandar Alcibiades, which to another son or daughter of Ruptga means I hail from an island off the coast. It's all a bit of a braggadocio, though. Part of the mystique.
I'm worried about going back to Sunset.
Worried? Ha! Hardly. The only things to worry about in Kozenset are getting stung by a scorpion or your lips drying out. Let's make haste, cohort. These fates won't unfray themselves, you know.
Right. Oh,
I'd honestly hoped never to have to return to Kozenset, cohort. Hoped with the incandescent fire of Magnus himself. Ha!
why do you use the name if you weren't born?
A fair question. When I first left home, I was desperate to shake the metaphorical sand from my boots. When someone asked my name in a Sentinel marketplace, I couldn't bear to tell the truth.
Why do you still introduce yourself that way?
It's who I am. The book-loving introvert from Kozenset The young man drawing runes in the sand and dreaming of a wider world. Well, I won't be so dramatic to say he's dead, but he and I have very little in common.
So it's really expensive with ramen, also in Germany. I bought mine at a local Asia store and paid under €2 per pack. It's maybe not bad quick start. Do you have some can you cook some water in your cabin? I mean, that would be maybe nice, as a backup, that you can make some instant noodles if everything else is terrible. Or now we have to go to Alik here. I'm not allowed to fix any food or to mix any food or even store. Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's annoying, Quickstar. Especially if you get like mill stuff or. Oh. Oh, this week, the week we have now the doctor appointment,
Here we
right?
are. Planning to improve your equipment while you're here? Smart.
First this kind of weeks. I don't know what to do. Maybe, don't know, visit your family for some days? It would make you happy and them.
I
Or
seem to be accursed.
Ah, there. A thread.
Can you lend a helping hand?
Smell that? This place reeks of camel spit and unrealized potential. Yes and no. My brother and his family still live nearby, but I haven't spoken to them since I left. I was determined to have conversations about anything other than what to feed the camels. It's always some kind of grass, by the by.
you don't want to see them?
Let's focus, cohort. Perhaps later we'll have a dram of Gorm apple schnapps together and toast the old homestead. For now, we need to find those frayed fates and sew them back into the fabric of reality.
I celebrate my birthday at Midsummer's Eve 2 weeks after that when I go home. Ach so, okay. Yeah, maybe ask your friends, and if you say they don't have time, maybe you can celebrate at the weekend together. Then maybe you can do something what you enjoy to do. Maybe go to the library or get some of the
I
special
see.
ice
You
cream.
there. Spare a coin for a down on his luck researcher.
There, but for the power of Apocrypha go I. With many of my projects, success and disaster were decided by a handful of coin. Sobering.
Never cease.
Another one. I suppose it makes sense there are a few around the place where I was
Tuesday.
born.
Okay, quick start.
Another
I hope it
chance
will
at
work
perfection.
well.
I'm busy, very busy.
You there! Are you on a walkabout as well? Tall Papa protect and keep you on your long journey.
Relay.
Let's talk a moment.
Okay, enjoy Quickster, have a good time. Come on, can we talk to him?
Much to discuss from the fates we've seen. Commendable work. But something's not quite right. Let me see the Fate Weaver key a moment. Yes, yes! I'm even more brilliant than I imagined. The bobbin is rattling against the key, straining at its runic bonds. It now acts as a passive frayed fate detector. Incredible! Phenomenal! Superb supposition. The key is indicating, north and east out of town. Perhaps the old ruins. Here, take the key. Let's move.
Northeast ruins, let's go. Huh?
Another thread. I knew it. My Fate Weaver key is amazing. Yes, this feels right. I went off exploring on my own every chance I could. You understand. The entrance to the old ruins are just up this way. I remember it like it was yesterday. Follow me, everyone. You are mine! What in oblivion? It's the fate we saw back at Fathom's Drift. I am not ready to face you. Not yet. After him, cohort! Into the Lost City!
Want to check? No puzzles for Tian. just direct things. After Immortals Phoenix Rising, we don't want to have anything difficult. Start a giveaway before I forget it.
Of course crime pays. Otherwise there'd be no crime.
Ah,
These ruins are not extensive. Stay alert for more threads of fate.
your fault for Tidui. You started with I'd like to move it, move it. I'd like to move it, move it.
From the sides! No! Kill!
I guess Gaunt is ancient and wise years old. that are wise words. Wise words, Dairun. Questions? We are ancient and wise, yeah.
Move to flank.
Yeah. $54. Nee. I did not now think about the numbers, but I would guess. I would guess lower than 30. I think Grunt Attack is still a young boy. Or
We have an accord.
something around 30. I don't know. It's tough. And if he talked about it and I forgot it, I'm really sorry, Grunt Attack. You know I'm old. Very flattering. Yeah, you have to say yeah. I'm always young in my heart. So 36. Almost. Almost. I was close, huh?
Focus your intellect.
Azandar, my counterpart. You sought to learn, but now you shall be replaced.
What are you? Damn it! Quickly! Use the Fate Weaver!
I grow ever stronger. Your fates feed me. Soon, I shall surpass even you. That thing wishes to replace me then? Most disconcerting. We should discuss this outside. Just when I thought we had this experiment under control, an evil reflection threatens to consume my fate and replace me.
Welcome back. Your
What was this thing?
It's me. Or, well, a frayed version of myself. A version so malevolent and willful that it's thrown everything I thought I knew about this magic into the abyssal seas.
3 moons. Thank you so much for resub. 67 months of support. Thank you very much. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Thank you. I get asked me getting a youth ticket on a bus. 20 is the oldest. Right. Whew. That's flattering, no? And that's good. You seem less sure of yourself than the first time you confronted this thing.
An astute observation. The Fate Weaver key was created simply to observe the might-have-beens. This absolutely, categorically should not be happening. If not for you, it might have already killed me. A distressing notion, I must admit.
What do you want to do next?
Research. Surely something back at the sanctum, or perhaps a tome we find in our travels. Either way, I have yet to find a question to which sufficient research does not hold the answer. Besides, I need to stitch gubbins back together. A superlative idea. And look at what we've already accomplished. The Fate Weaver key improved, frayed fates sewn back into my line, and the adversary confronted once again. Here, cohort, you're due. With my humble thanks. Spend it judiciously. Cohort, I need to be transparent with you. Not literally, of course. All that line of inquiry led to was some traumatized street children in Sentinel. I can't stop thinking about my adversary, the frayed fate that wants to replace me.
What are you thinking?
My adversary has somehow transcended the limitations of the other frayed fates. It has an awareness of its own existence, agency, and a malign intellect. Perhaps I should have paid more attention to the warning from that Daedra Tim.
Do you want to deal with the adversary?
I want to ignore it and hope it goes away. But what works for toothaches may not hold true for extratemporal phenomena. Let's continue our work on the Fate Weaver key. To the Skywatch Sanctum. We can scry for frayed fates and gather supplies. In your own time, cohort. The Skywatch Sanctum will be well protected by gubbins in the meantime. Hopefully he still recalls the proper steeping interval for a cup of Orcrest Rooibos.
Can we track the adversary instead of your frayed fates?
Ha! That's the mark of a valuable partnership. When researchers are so closely aligned in thought, they're able to finish each other's,
Sentences?
Precisely. We have worked together long enough now that I feel quite sustained by our companionship. I do my best work at your side these days. Exemplary work, if I do say so myself.
How does your partnership relate to the adversary?
Our partnership is the fulcrum we will use to topple this mystery. The adversary is me after a fashion, right? But he does not have access to our intellectual rapport, nor our experience at surviving fierce battles. And so, we shall prevail.
Right. We have again to go to the sanctum. Auridon.
A new follower.
Thank you for the follow. That's funny, Logan. That's really funny. Alrighty, Riot. Hello. I mean, yeah, that's really funny. I mean, that's a huge difference, right?
Perhaps we can complete a writ or two on our downtime, hmm?
Top quality,
So back in the sanctum.
Back at it again. I was quite pleased with our last outing. Threats to my very existence aside. The arcane bobbin, ugh, wish we'd come up with a better name. Was a smashing success. My sagacity astonishes me sometimes.
Yeah, here wo das Scrying Ritual.
Precisely. Each time, our expertise with this particular bit of metamagic improves. The connection between the Fate Weaver key and choices along my fate line grows stronger. My hope is to find multiple fate sites this go around.
Right. Oh.
Gubbins has prepared the inner sanctum for us. Let's head inside.
Again.
Very well. Let's see where we're going this time. Did you see that? Stonefalls, Malabal Tor, and a Dwemer ruin? Fascinating!
Okay.
Another set of frayed fates. Here's hoping they're a bit more luminous than those in Kozen's set. I believe we should start with Stonefalls.
Why is one of your frayed fates in Stonefalls?
Well, as we learned in Kozen's set, frayed fates are most likely to appear at locales where I spent a considerable amount of time. That said, I'm not quite sure what I did in Stonefalls. Oh, Mora's many eyes. Damn it!
What?
Nothing wrong, per se. But I just remembered what I did in Stonefalls that might have resulted in weighty choices made. I was just starting out as a field researcher, still coming into my power as an arcanist. My inquiries were misguided.
What way?
I chucked half a firkin of moon sugar and stayed awake for 4 days reading the sermons of Vivek. At the time, I hoped to gain some new insights into ancient magics. In any case, we know where to go. Onward and upward, to Ebonheart! I recall disliking my time in Stonefalls, but I'm having difficulty remembering why. I suppose that's moon sugar for you. Let's head to Ebonheart. I know I began my time in the region there, so it's at least a place to start.
Any clue why we're going to Malabar Tor? Or Dwemer Ruin?
Indeed. Malabal Tor most likely will see us going to the Aliad ruins of Elias. I've spent a stultifying season there studying the wells that typify such locales. I'm less sure about the Dwemer ruin. I've studied dozens of their constructs.
It could be anywhere.
Well, anywhere as defined by the ancestral homeland of the Deep Elves, the region called Morrowind, or anywhere along the north-northwest arm of their post-First Council diaspora. Ah, but you were speaking colloquially. Apologies.
No. Then liter. 14 liter? Oha. That would be a lot, yeah? Do you see all colors, all numbers with colors Quant Attack? Gray blue sounds nice.
I've got vague memories swimming in my mind, cohort. Let's head to the Meadowworks by the south gate.
Could you help me out?
Aha! Fate threading. Just as we saw in Kozen's set. Use the Fate Weaver key and we'll follow where it leads. On the bridge. Another thread. The further west we travel, the more I begin to get nervous. But why?
Where you lead us.
Ignore the soldiers. If they ask, we're just mages looking for, reagents.
Who's there?
This quest we have to walk a lot, huh?
That's why my skin is crawling. Dreg. I hate these things. Look! Is that one of my frayed fates on the ground? Disturbing. Ominous. This frayed fate has been hollowed out like a witch's festival pumpkin. The adversary did this. Must have been his goal at the lost city of Na Totambu. Also, can you hear the sound of the Dreg chitin rubbing against itself? I'm fairly sure I can.
Are you alright?
Full disclosure, cohort. No. I'm trying hard to maintain my sunny disposition and halcyon personality. I swear I can feel Dreg patapalps upon my skin. And my adversary. What is his plan? It's vexing.
Yeah, what do they want?
Is it a show of strength? No. He's me. This has some purpose. He's gathering power. But to what end? My initial enthusiasm for experimental results seems increasingly inappropriate.
How do you learn more?
Let's away to Malabal Tor, the Aliad ruins of Elias. I spent some time there years ago. Boring though it was, it's likely the location of my frayed fate. Hopefully we'll find some clue to the adversary's plan.
Okay, let's go. You open a portal? No.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Buenos noches, Huracan. Thank you very much for 79 months of support and the 79th month streak. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Another month supporting the Wise and Mighty Panda. Thanks for the awesome community you created. Aww. Oh, good. Colors. Can feel the color makes sense. Pretty cool. For 8 is the color purple. Hallo Schonewalk, working on Necrom. Nee, I'm doing the quest from our companion. So I get space in my quest journal. And Azandar is sending us everywhere. Everywhere.
Ha! There! A thread. And are those sea elves? Damn pirates. Another thread. There. At the apex of the ruins. Traverse that impediment. If we must.
See? He's so... He got now level 6, yeah? He is leveling quite quickly.
Another fate. Drained and lingering. Use the Fate Weaver key, if you please. The adversary was just here. We can track him. I'm constructing a rune of seeking. Scrutinary Exploratum. He is clever, but I am cleverer. This portal should lead us directly to him.
Problem with companions is that at the end I'm inclined to make them all tanks. Yeah, I'm with you with that, Huracan. I think
The third
I would
image from
really
our
also do
shrine
that.
was
I tried
Neptune
with
the
Sharp
tank.
not to make him a tank. And yeah, because I think I can't make all tanks, right? But yeah, I would do that also, yes. Yeah.
We stand before the entrance to the Dwemer construct known as Netchulif Tinth. The adversary must be inside. It's imperative we discover his purpose here, cohort.
What's the problem?
It's entirely possible some dangerous artifacts are still kicking around in there. Most don't know how to use them, but I do. Which in all likelihood probably means...
He knows how to use them as well.
If he's here to expand on my Fate Weaver research, I imagine we'll find him in the Emetric Interval Chamber. It's at the heart of the ruins. Be ready for a scrap. I took pains to keep a low profile, but together we'll likely attract attention.
Okay, understood. Let's head to the chamber.
Let's head inside. We must reach the adversary before they do anything catastrophic or cataclysmic. Also, dibs on any soul gems we find inside.
Did I heard Quant Attack for some musicians? That they see the sound and stuff like in colors. That I heard, yeah.
This construct is where my path to the Fate Weaver key finally came into focus. The ancient lore of the Dwemer commingled with my incandescent research.
Fate Weaver key uses tremor elements?
Oh no, not directly. But Dwemeric tonal architecture was the final inspiration I needed to crack the problem. It led directly to my understanding of fate weaving, and thus to our current situation.
Alright. Get inside. We make Sharp a healer. Don't know what we made with Sharp. I think I just gave him some
I
weapons.
seriously considered investigating the mystery of the Dwemer. I decided against it after meeting other researchers in the field. What a ponderous lot.
Hold down. We had to, right? Been a long time since I was in this public dungeon. You got with Tianlein 20 yesterday. Oha! Congratulations! Amazing. Wow, Futsi Louis!
Your search for knowledge continues.
Futsi Louis donated to our guild 1,536,470 gold. Thank you very much, Futsi Louis. That's amazing. Thank you for supporting the guild. And also, thank you for everyone else donating all the time. Really appreciate it.
The chamber's not too far now. Hopefully, we can discover the adversary's goal before he achieves it.
I need aid!
We're all in our way. Shoo-shoo.
Losing Vita here.
Go, Azandar. Help with fighting. Oh. How often do we set the house on the market?
He's here. We got it.
I don't understand your question. Do you mean the houses which they offer in the crown store?
And I've returned to claim the device
Because usually each month they... and I don't know if it's each month, but
I'll be fine.
I would say it feels like that, but I don't know. But usually, I think in the crown store usually have each month something new, or
We both saw the power, the potential, the chance to claim the strength of your lessers. You rebuke our very nature. I am the part of you that knows the true way to power. And we shall meet again.
Damn it. Let's get out of here and talk.
Yes, I know where my headache were. It means not only less water and too much hot weather, and a bit some tense muscles. Seems like I have bone, not two muscles to work on the day when I was throwing rocks. Oh, nein! Oh, you on your back, Hexe? Or where did it happen? Which muscles are our? What did happen that you got so angry? Right shoulder and arm. Oof. Okay.
Inquiry asked and answered, I suppose. The adversary came here for a Dwemer device to modify his Fate Weaver key. I'm at a loss. To think this is where my experiment might have led.
What does the adversary want? Which house are you looking for?
To erase
Blaring.
me, replace me, and inflict the power of his dark Fate Weaver upon our world.
I hope it gets well soon, Hexe, but it usually takes
Knowledge
quite some
was the
time, yeah.
gift that allowed me to strike out on my own, to travel Nirn and beyond. To see it twisted like this is sickening.
Why is it too distressing for you?
Because he's me. He's the Azandar I see in the mirror on my worst days. The arse I struggle with in the darkest parts of the night when research, travel, and tea can't distract me.
What do you want to do?
To end him. But that's easier said than done. With the strength he's gained now, who knows what my adversary is capable of? I will throw myself into this research with the full force of my faculties cohort. You have my word.
I'll be here when you're ready to take on the adversary.
I expected nothing less. And consider our accomplishments. We've confirmed the adversary's goal, denied him the interval chamber, and finally, I see the seriousness of my actions. For now, accept this stipend with my vehement thanks.
Thank you.
What can an Arcanist do for you today?
Absolutely. But the adversary is inextricably bound to my fate line. Thankfully, my studies have uncovered a way forward. We must procure a mystic text called the Unraveling Palimpsest. It currently resides within a tome trove called Choir's Wind.
What will this text do for us?
The contents of the palimpsest are unique to every reader. By reading the text, I can discover the anchors that bind the adversary to me. The first step in destroying him. What do you say? Ready to end this experiment?
Ready?
Choir's Wind is deep within Apocrypha, the far eastern side of the region. We'll need to be wary. As with so many cases in Mora's realm, the books are just as dangerous as its denizens.
Have you discovered anything else about the adversary?
Our last adventure helped to focus my efforts. I believe the adversary is anchored to my fate line by defining moments in my life. That's what led me to the Unraveling Palimpsest. Bit of a cheat, but it wouldn't be the first time.
Have your feelings about the experiment changed?
I promised you a convivial attitude when we first began working together, and I hope I've delivered on that promise. But our time together has, well, clarified a few things for me.
Like what?
I've been searching for power and knowledge since I was old enough to draw runes in the sand outside Kozen's set. I've realized in some ways I never looked up from those sands. Together, cohort, you and I, we can set this thing right.
Can you tell me more about the unraveling palimpsest?
The tome is a supernatural phenomenon created in reaction to the vast oceans of knowledge in Mora's realm. The reader can learn any secret, any truth, as long as it pertains to their life. It unravels the secrets of the reader's fate line.
Sounds very powerful.
Inordinately. But once we make use of the tome, well, we cannot do so again. I've been keeping it in my proverbial back pocket. A lever to shift a problem I cannot solve any other way. I feel the adversary rises to that level.
Sorry, Merlin joined us. So you can say hello to Merlin. But he's here. Boss, this one made a real mess some days ago, and my other boss, not my favorite one, asked if I could recognize that mess since the not so smart one did not do it for several days now. Discovered how much mess it was. I got a little bit angry. Boss, which asked me to recognize it, noticed how I have thrown that boy. That boss, which asked me to recognize it, noticed how I have thrown that boy. Ah, so they saw how you did toss the boxes, and then they decided to stay away.
More shall enter the fray.
Sarah, thank you so much for the read. Good evening. How you doing? Oh, sorry. Manny decided he wants to go away. Are they asking for Mandy? What? Really, Alicia? How should you do that? Work all weekend or what? Yeah, yeah. What did the boss do that you had to toss so many things away, Hexe? That sounds stressful.
I promised you a convivial attitude when we first began working together, and I hope I've delivered on that promise. But our time together has, well, clarified a few things for me.
Like what?
I've been searching for power and knowledge since I was old enough to draw runes in the sand outside Kozen's set. I've realized in some ways I never looked up from those sands. Together, cohort, you and I, we can set this thing right.
Can you tell me more?
The tome is a supernatural phenomenon created in reaction to the vast oceans of knowledge in Mora's realm. The reader
Nothing,
can learn
not that
any
smart.
secret, any
How
truth,
do
as long
not
as
so
it
smart
pertains
people
to their
end up to
life.
be bosses all the
It
time, no?
unravels the secrets of the reader's fate line.
It would make you a boss, no? I mean, you seem to be a good worker and you have knowledge. But like that, I'm only one person. Is it impossible? Maybe we can have a start of a campaign Friday. Did you tell your boss that, Alicia? Did you need more time? That it's not possible just to make something like that in 5 seconds?
A new follower.
Able to follow. That sounds very powerful.
Inordinately. But once we make use of the tome, well, we cannot do so again. I've
How
been
did you
keeping
need
it in my
to-
proverbial back pocket. A lever to shift a problem I cannot solve any other way. I feel the adversary rises to that level.
Can't do a real job so they get promoted. Top. I already know he will be gone with the end of June since he's not that smart. Oh, that's good to know, huh? That they removed them. That it's impossible. Maybe by Friday I can have a part of it done, bearing in mind that it's not the only task I have to work. Exactly. I mean, you have lots of things to do, right? And you're alone, yeah? But at some workplaces, they expect you to be able on phone, email on weekends and holidays. That's absurd. Indeed, yeah. The quest is really long, huh? But I should really promote you, Hexer. I think that would be a good idea. We have to go to Delft in Ufa. On holiday, building better be lit on fire. Although I would not take the phone anyway. Which is easy. My phone is always muted. Anyway, all the time.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
Sometimes all these survey parts, when they're too much spread out, find them hard to find. So counting is not bad, and you know, you find all of it, not. Of my work phone at the end was perfect. That's healthy, Alicia. That's a good idea.
inwards and downwards.
You've returned. I
It
was
was one
worried the
said one day
lurkers
before
got
some
you.
vacation. And told me ever. Beautiful. Huh. You should really, when you have vacation, then you should really rest and don't think about work. Best case.
Rather than wander this maze, let's make use of my rune of searching again. Incantus eruditum. Just follow where it leads, cohort, and don't worry about getting waylaid. It will wait for us.
Remember, next update fit surveys envelopes like they're going to do with crafting bits. Something they said.
Did that creature offend you
Remember,
somehow?
Latini also. Since they said several things are coming, but some now, some later, some yeah, not exactly said when. I am not sure now. I have to look it up. But maybe someone else knows. Dino, maybe. Dino, he's really good in all the facts.
Onward and upward.
It was the same thing. Good working time when you have a good. Yeah. Yeah, and I think in your old job, Elisira, it doesn't help because you can't go back, but there it sounded like much more balanced in general, the amount of work what you had and stuff like that.
Ah, there, on the ledge. Exceptional. I'll take a quick perusal here, one of my favorite pastimes, really. Reading an ancient tome to find an inscrutable answer while someone stares at me expectantly.
Does it have any information you need?
Just skimming past some nonsense about my inner self. Serenity, inner peace. Ah, here. My research was correct. It seems the adversary is anchored to my fate line by specific moments, particular choices. We can use those anchors against him.
How can we use anchors to your life against the adversary?
It will require an uncomfortable delve into my past. Prepare yourself. We'll have to acquire a trio of artifacts that represent hinge points in my life. The first is a bloodstone to represent my time with dear old Spellwright Nilvan in Balmora.
And what else?
An ethereal rubric. I made one studying with the Stargazers. Nonsense I left behind near Belkarth. We'll also need Nathreen's commentaries. A rebuttal of a treatise I wrote during my time at Chatastula. Not looking forward to that.
Okay, well, I have to do some traveling to find these things.
Thank you for the infiniteth time, cohort. Your support is what makes this journey of mine possible. We'll need the bloodstone, rubric, and paper if we're going to confront the adversary. Just let me know if you have any questions. Of course. They're all, well, personal representations of my past. Totems. Effigies of past failures, you might call them. What would you like to know?
Why do we need this bloodstone?
It's technically a calx of Alessian solvents, but no one calls it that. The Balmeran alchemist I studied with, Milvan, is one of a handful in the world who know how to make them. It's the perfect representation of my studies and failures with him. He has an alchemical studitorium, of course, but as I recall, he enjoyed studying with the background drone of conversation and libation. We should check the inn at Balmora, a quaint little place with the ever-so-droll name of the Randy Netch.
More about the Ethereum week.
It's an instrument. The Stargazers believe it can allow them to interact directly with the Celestials. God's wallop, of course. But the underlying magical principles in their work have been instrumental in my own research.
Can we find this rubric?
The observatory just above Belkarth
Hello,
was where I
Chris.
spent
Hello,
most of
Datura.
my time. The Stargazers are an odd group, and I'm not sure who among their order will still be around after all these years. We'll just have to hope someone remembers me.
Okay, how about Nathiun's commentaries?
Eladrina Nathreen, one of my tutors at Shadastula. During my time there, I wrote a treatise called The Fate Dialectical. She took umbrage with my assertions and wrote an extensive rebuttal. I thought it was drivel. Now, it's key to our plan.
Where can we find his commentaries?
Nathreen will be in the Shadastula main building, likely the Archmage's offices. She was already a prominent scholar and no doubt has continued to rise since my departure. I'm just hopeful she's mellowed in the intervening years.
Man, this quest is just gigantic, or? Not expected to be doing it now for 5 million hours.
No charge to have a look.
What again? We have to find a bloodstone in Balmora. We have to go across the bridge. Stairs.
Vivek, I had a premonition last night that Azandar would darken my door. Or possibly I had terrible gas. Unpleasant either way. Azandar al-Sabiadi's back in my life. No doubt you're the new assistant, tottering along after him like he's got all the answers. What's made you desperate enough to come talk to me?
We're looking for Bloodstone.
Of course you are. It's always about what he needs, or rather, what he wants. What that man needs is a different thing entirely. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not being fair to you. My professional relationship with Azandar was brief, but intense.
You were Azandar's companion?
Much the same as you, unless I'm mistaken. He's brilliant. And that brilliance draws people in, like a moth to a flame, just as blinding. But I digress. You said you needed a bloodstone?
Yeah, do you have one?
I do. Azandar and I made it
It
together
does.
years ago. It's hidden away in a cache of supplies. I'd even be willing to summon it here for you, if the price is right. Those things are expensive to make, you know.
Okay. How much do you want?
Easy enough. Just a fair warning, friend. If Azandar offers to pay you back, he probably won't. The man has a hole in his coin purse as deep as Apocrypha. I'll summon the stone. Take it. And good luck to you.
That was not as bad as I thought.
I see you're still holding on to these mephitic notions of victimhood, Nilvan.
And you're still a pompous ass that uses 10 coin words when one will do. I'll summon this, and then you two get gone.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do you think she meant it? I don't think she meant it.
For whatever it's worth, Nilvan, I'm sorry that things ended so badly between us. This stone is in excellent shape. Thank you.
3 take you, you pretentious fetcher. Onwards, and get out of here.
Yeah, so where do we go next?
Finest quality merchandise.
One in Deshan and one in Quackloan. We can also end the giveaway. Quite long. Yeah, it is really, really long. I thought we just did it like, you know, in between a little bit, Xashara. Now we do it already like all evening long. Hello, Sando. Attention, attention, winner, draw the winner of our giveaway. As always, you have to be a follower to be able to win. So click the follow button and enter exclamation mark panda in the chat. We will draw the winner in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Dino, someone were asking earlier for something. Maybe you know that. They asked about the changes. Master it.
And what exactly am I supposed to do with a wagon full of goods and no one to buy them, huh?
I don't know. What do you usually do with them?
I have a standing order with those strange warriors at the Raniza Sword School. Someone usually comes to pick it up, but they haven't shown up this month.
Kat Nagor, please speak up in chat and let me know what you would like to get.
Better find a way to
Wow.
deliver the order yourself.
Hi.
You mean
Really?
carting goods up a road that's crawling with sand warriors and wild creatures? To a school where they lob off the heads of the unworthy? No, thank you. I'll just wait here. Someone's bound to show up eventually.
Really? Yeah, looks like that. Are you playing on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation?
The Stargazers are just mages with a fancy name, which means they're hopefully still hanging on to that old rubric.
See? Okay, what would you like to get?
The Celestial Maid. You were at the observatory earlier, weren't you? I thought I saw you talking to Hara. Are you going to visit the tavern? If so, watch out for 2 lunatic high elves. I don't know if they're dangerous, but you can never tell.
What are you talking about?
The 2 high elves inside the tavern claim, quite loudly in fact, that they are aspects of the mage. The very celestial that fell from our starry skies. I took my drink and came out here. My companion, not so lucky.
They want something?
They're asking the Stargazers to help them put the pieces back together or some such nonsense. Even offered to let me touch some strange relic to see the truth. But let me tell you, nothing good has ever come from touching strange relics.
Thank you for the info.
When the High Elves approach you,
ESO Plus?
remember
Okay.
that I warned you. Those women have a strange way of spotting anything related to the Stargazers. And guess what? If you're working with Hara, you're related to us now.
I will whisper you now. Here. Here you go. Go to the ESO website, log into your account, and then you can redeem the code.
They've been making a nuisance of themselves in Belkarth for the last few days. Claim they need to speak to Hara of the Stargazers immediately. Of course Hara hasn't been available, so they came here to wait.
Did they meet with Hara yet?
No, and that's why we're here. Hara wanted us to make sure they had legitimate business with the Stargazers before she sees them. But all I found out is that they're legitimately crazy. Still, I kind of want to believe them, you know?
They're giving you a reason not to believe them?
Well, for one thing, all of the pictures of the constellations portray the mage as a bearded old man. For another, shouldn't the Celestials look more, I don't know, intimidating?
Why?
And this is why you should inform this Hara of yours immediately. It is urgent that we speak to her. Yes, we are wasting time repeating ourselves to a lackey.
I'm trying to understand what you just told me. There are other versions of you elsewhere in Craglorn?
As we explained, and with exceptional clarity, we are merely aspects of the one you call the Celestial Mage. Even as we stand here, the Serpent seeks to control us all. Even now he gathers our aspects to use as his own, assembling them into a false mage who is entirely in his control.
Yes, of course. Whatever you say. I'll talk to Hara, but I can't make any promises. The constellations have disappeared from the sky, and we have other things to deal with right now. Good God, these high elves are mad.
The stars shine before him, pleading for help, and he's too busy looking at the empty sky to realize it.
I was just
Drink, then,
wondering
to ease our patience.
why...
You, mortal servant, deliver us your finest... what's the word? Ale?
Why we do this
Ale.
quest?
But the
It
brewer
seems so
serves
familiar.
drinks in the other room.
And yeah, that's... I talked to the wrong person. Already made this quest. The repeatable one? The Shattered and the Lost?
View my wares without obligation.
Story quest, but I already made everything in Quaglon. So weird. You know what I mean? I have the whole story done. We're meant to go. We have 2 spots where we have to go. One here in Quaglon and one in Deshan. But I was just wondering, why can I do this quest again? The Shattered and the Lost. You know what I mean?
I've had about enough of this. They can't pay me enough to protect these caravans.
You're telling me. You know what
Is that the Quaglon storyline when they made this zone easier? Then we can do all those quests
How
again.
are you supposed to fight such
Ah,
creatures?
so why?
Carts
I
in the
think
middle
I'll
of the road
go
for
for
that.
Azandar.
Why do I want to do it again?
Lots of gold for the taking.
Fighting in the arena has got to
Huh?
be safer than guarding the caravan.
Okay. Thank you. Ah, okay. I was just really like, hä? Thank you, Sturmfänger. Why would I want to do it again when I already completed it? Huh. If I recall it right, they changed something in the story, so all can enjoy it again with changes. Also, I remember that they changed stuff that you don't need a friend to go through the storyline, because that was a long time ago the problem in Quaglon, since Quaglon was meant to be played in a group of people, and you could not really complete it without help or puzzles and stuff like that. And I know, but it's already ages ago. They changed it so you don't need someone else. Dragon Story is highly underrated in my opinion. Same with Merkmare. Both really good. There are. True, there are. What
is the point of this?
The reason why I stopped heading in the craft dailies in Quaglon because this NPC request. Yeah, I just thought, you know, I saw the quest marker there and it was not a repeatable. And so I just picked it up because I was like, nah, good, that has to be the quest what we have to do, since I completed Quaglon ages ago, so I was really confused. Thank you then, guys, for the explanation. Yeah, I really was like, hey, hey, I've done this already.
Azandar Alcibiades. Last time I saw you, you threw an etheric construct at the High Astrologer's head.
Ha! I'd forgotten that. It was the only way to get through to that simpleton. Well, coincidentally, if you believe in such things, I have need of that rubric. Any chance it's still around?
Is it? Ah, they're on top. Just looted.
Well, one would think the Stargazers would have taken better care of this.
Ben? Ishan. Problem to the quest. Missing characters, meanings of. And I know I made that quest a long time ago, but I was just confused because I thought it has to do something with this one and whatever. But we did find a good explanation. Thank you. Hello.
Well. Azandar Al-Sabiadi's back at Shad Astula? Sivi's arse! I never thought I'd see the day. Pray tell me, attractive stranger, what in Aetherius could he possibly want?
I'd like to borrow a copy of your commentary of the thesis.
Oh, really? If I recall clearly, and I do, he read the first 2 paragraphs when I presented it to him, then insulted me using several words I'd never heard before, and threw the document in the fire.
What?
You don't think I'd give my only copy of a written piece into his hands, do you? I have another. However, my assistance comes with a price. I always liked Azandar, despite himself, but he insulted me that day, truly.
Can we do an exchange for the paper?
I want a sincere apology. As sincere as Azandar can make it, I suppose. I can see over your shoulder he looks quite guilty. And he certainly seems more mature. But to dismiss and denigrate the efforts of his peers was wrong.
Okay. Go, Doctor.
This is everything I feared. Sweet Mora's eyes, this is embarrassing.
Okay, let's go.
You have to understand, Cohort. At the time, I thought it was merely a scholarly disagreement. I'd spent months on my dialectics, and I felt I was being dismissed as unimportant, unoriginal.
That you really insulted her. Didn't you ask her to write that commentary?
I mean, yes, you're quite right. I just remember how angry I was. But in truth, her arguments were well thought out. Insightful, even. Throwing her work into the flames, in front of her no less, was a childish act. Very well.
Okay, let's go.
Hello, Eladrina. Some time ago, I behaved rather boorishly to you. So...
That's your best effort? You never found a book on apologizing in the great libraries of Apocrypha?
I'm sorry. I reacted badly to perceived criticism. I insulted you, ignoring the time and effort you put into reading and responding to my work. Tossing your work aside as I did was inexcusable. And I apologize.
Well, mercy, Mother preserve me. Thank you, Azandar. Apology accepted. My copy's on the lower shelf on the far wall. Good luck with whatever you're into.
Terry's?
Exhausting but superlative work, cohort. Now that we have the anchors, we will transform them into a weapon, a means to unmoor the adversary from my fate line. Such magic would normally be a lengthy and unstable process.
Normally, what are we going to do?
Do you recall Tem, the omen of fate? I'm loath to say it, but that dangerous skill with fate weaving outstrips even my own. If I offer him a contract, I believe he can quickly and efficiently transform our anchors into a rune form of unmaking.
I'm going to contract with them.
A trifle. We shall borrow a summoning circle from the Mages Guild. At your earliest convenience, cohort, we should make for the city of Riften. In the Rift. Ugh, Nords.
So, if you want to do this quest, if you just started, then you have a really tough time, or? If you have to travel around like everywhere. Why are we going to the Mages Guild Hall?
The flow of magicka through every hall is different. Each resonates with a unique arcanic potential. It's all in the subtleties, you know. Also, I stole the key to the ritual room at the Riften Hall several years ago, and they still haven't noticed.
Right, let's head to Riften.
Let's get to Riften quick as we can. I'm not eager to speak to Tim again. But we must do what we must. Onward and upward!
Some chapters send you all of the places with extra things. Yeah, that's really tough. Also, as said, when they do that with some quests, for example, there's also the psychic skill line or psychic skill line. There you have to also travel like everywhere, like really everywhere across the whole game. I found that hard. Also, you know, if you don't play for so long yet, that's tough then, right? I mean, just to find a way to where to go and what to do and okay, then we have to go here. Don't we do it next time then? Okay, I did not expect that this quest will take forever. Really, I'm surprised that it takes such a long time. Let me see where we're hosting, and then we will play more ESO next weekend. Or we try out some games. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining. Thank you very, very much. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Salone Wolf. Good night, Quantatech. Good night, Logan. Good night, Hexek. Good night, Mini Hexek. Good night, Futsi Louie. Good night, Tina Ketzart. Good night, Mama Dragon. Good night, Dino. Good night, Cyrun. Good night, Wendell G. Good night, Tom Tom. Good night, Boopyu. Good night, Chris. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. Have a good night. Well and sweet dreams. And I hope I see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Woohoo. Toodles. Good night, guys. Good night, Crazy Mad Hatter. Good night, Sashara. Thanks for the read. Good night. Bye bye.